The contract was already signed when I saw the headline on the flyer. Celebrating love, anniversary and wedding celebration. Anniversary, not mine, hers. They had taken my wedding, my one day, and fused it with my sister's 10-year marriage. Worse, they had made me pay the bill for both. That was the moment I stopped being their child and started being their executioner. It hadn't always been this way. For years, I bent to keep the family together. I was the quiet one, the fixer, the obedient child who never complained. She, my sister, was the jewel, the golden one. Every birthday, every achievement celebrated in gold letters. When she married, my parents emptied their savings to give her a cathedral wedding. I stood at the altar, bridesmaid in pastel, smiling as if the hollow in my chest wasn't real. And when it was finally my turn, I thought, maybe it would be different. My fiancé and I saved for years. We dreamed of a quiet, elegant wedding, a day that belonged to us. But the moment my parents got involved, the ground shifted. Subtle at first, "Oh, your sister should renew her vows that day. It'll be fun, a family celebration." Then firmer, "We already told the guests it's a joint event. Imagine how much cheaper it will be." Cheaper. For them, not for me. The invoice told the truth. The venue, the flowers, the catering, all billed to me. Both events, one stage. And still, they expected me to smile. I didn't break, I didn't scream, I planned. I let them sign that contract with my name at the bottom. I nodded when they talked about speeches, photo slideshows, the joint cake. And while they built their stage, I built my escape. I found another venue, smaller, quieter, hidden away on the outskirts of town. A garden draped in white lights where the air smelled like jasmine and not control. I booked it, paid in full, swore the staff to secrecy. Invites went out quietly, hand-delivered. Only those who mattered, our closest friends, his family, the ones who saw me as more than a shadow. The ceremony was set for noon, hours before my parents' spectacle. That day, I walked down an aisle lined with roses, not expectations. My fiancé's eyes brimmed with tears, and for once, the world felt honest. We spoke our vows in sunlight, kissed under the weight of our own promises. And when applause broke out, it was for us. Only us. No sister, no parents, no theft. My wedding was mine. By evening, I slipped back into their theater. The ballroom glittered with chandeliers, but the air was thick with entitlement. My parents smiled wide, waiting for me to take my place on stage, to stand beside my sister as if her anniversary mattered as much as my vows. I didn't. I stood in the crowd, champagne in hand, and watched. The slideshow came first, her wedding photos, her children, her vacations. Guests applauded politely. Then the DJ announced, "And now, the bride and groom." All eyes turned, but we didn't move. I let the silence stretch, delicious and suffocating. Guests glanced at each other, whispers crawling like vines through the room. Finally, my mother hissed across the table, "What are you doing? Get up there!" I met her eyes and said the words I'd been saving for years. I already had my wedding today. You weren't invited. The color drained from her face. My father's jaw clenched. My sister's smile faltered, confusion curdling into rage. The whispers turned sharp. Guests leaned in, hungry. "Wait, what? She already got married? When?" I took a slow sip of champagne, letting them choke on the truth. This isn't my wedding. This is her anniversary party. I'm just a guest. The collapse was instant. Their plan unraveled in front of 100 witnesses. Every smug assumption, every theft of my day exposed for what it was: manipulation. My sister stormed off. My mother begged for explanations. My father's silence was heavier than stone. I left them there, in their empty stage, their hollow celebration. Now, when I look at my wedding photos, I see joy, real joy. Not something staged, not something stolen. Just us, untouched by their control. They don't speak of that night anymore. The silence is their punishment. The memory is mine. Do I regret it? No. I regret the years I let them script my life. I regret the silence I kept. I regret the child who thought obedience would one day be rewarded. But that night, that was my freedom. Because I married the man I love and left them to marry their shame.